to the concept. I'm here today with the legendary jazz musician, a trumpeter, Mr. Freddie Jones. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right, bro. How about you?
Man, glad to have you on the show, man.
Thank you.
Glad you were able to take the time with us today, man, to be on our show. It's an honor to be in your presence, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Just a little part of the couch, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm glad you gave me a little part of the couch you got over here.
Oh man, it's all good. It's all good. You're always welcome here. But hey, let's just go ahead and go right into it, man.
Cool.
Let's see. You have a new album out now.
Yeah.
And what's the title of your album?
The new album is called Your Last Movie.
Your last movie.
Your Last Movie.
Okay, and let's see. It was just recently released, right?
Yeah. It hit the streets like the last week of March.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Man, that's cool. Let's see. Who all did you collaborate with on the album?
Oh, I collaborated with all of the cats in Dallas. Everybody. Joe Toller's playing bass. He plays with everybody, and Lawrence Farrell's playing drums on it. Claudia Milton's singing on it. So yeah, we got a mix of everybody on there, man. Bernard Wright is on there.
Okay. Oh, Bernard Wright?
Bernard's on there. Eric Willis is on there.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of people on there.
You have all the legends on there, man.
Man, these are just friends, man.
Man, that is cool, man. That is cool to be able to collaborate with these artists like that. I mean, it's like, I listened to it, and the album is hot, dude. I mean, It's phenomenal. It was well worth waiting for.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. We put a big effort into making it what we thought would be, the thing I'm looking for in music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we took away all influences and just went, we took a cake and we came from the flour all the way up.
Oh, wow.
Didn't think about it, whether we wanted it to be this or that or this or that. We just did music, and man, me and Stanley Glenn would get together in the middle of the night and just go for it.
Okay.
So,
what label are you signed to?
Actually, I have my own label. I'm an independent on Just Made Records.
Okay.
And this makes my actually fifth product on that label for myself, and we did a couple other things and collaborations with some other people on other things too. Mm-hmm. But this is the fifth one under the Freddie Jones jazz thing.
Wow. So basically, you do what you want when you want to do it, total creative control.
Pretty much, especially on this one. Several ones in the past, I've had other people that I work with to do some things. Mm-hmm. Damon Criswell, who's a film producer and a scorer and that lives here. Also, we did All Day together, and then when we did My Father's House, Bernard had a big hand in doing some things that we collaborated on, him and Steve Curry. So it's been a growth process, but yeah, I kind of decided to steer the ship this time myself.
Wow, man, I would like to take you back, man. I mean, it's like, how long have you been playing? When was the first time you picked up an instrument?
Oh man, don't go back there. That was the Stone Ages, as far as I'm concerned, because I started just like everybody else in junior high school.
Oh, okay.
The only difference that I think about is that I was living in Memphis, so we put a band. A few of us put a band together when we were in junior high school.
Wow.
I mean, so from that band stayed together all through high school, and we actually played professionally and was doing gigs at that point. Wow. I mean, so in
junior high school.
Yeah, in junior high school. Yeah, man, in junior high school. Some pretty strong people came out of that band, man. Henry Johnson, the guitarist, was, part of the first group.
Wow.
There's a lot of cats out there, man. And actually, the core band was together from, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, man. When I graduated from high school, we were still kicking it. Doing tours. We went out with Ollie and the Nightingales, went out to Masqueraders. We did that first Al Green thing. So,
wow.
There's some stuff, but that's what happened. I mean, We had a good group of cats that hung out with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, played. Thomas Brown played guitar. He was in that band for a while. So,
man, I mean, you actually played with the cats that I dreamed to see someday. You know.
oh man, I saw those cats all the time. So you know, for me, I mean, these are just friends, man.
Okay.
You know, musical friends, and you know, that was very cool. But you know, in Memphis, man, you know, I grew up in Lauderdale Sub, and Willie Mitchell's studio was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from my house.
Man.
You know, it was like, you know, just the next neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stax Record, my mom owned the beauty shop right across the street from Stax Record, so I knew all of those cats too.
Man, so you got to see them all coming and going on a daily
Going
basis.
on a daily basis, you know, and hanging out with them, and you know, man, it's like, you know, friends. We all grew up together.
Wow, man. Do you have any shows lined up? You know, in the area, in the DFW area, or anywhere?
Well, yeah, we're getting ready to set a tour for this particular product. I think that's going to happen. So we're in the midst of figuring that thing out. But in the meantime, I'm doing a show in Waco in April. I'm doing the Dallas Museum of Art, which we do on May 31st, I believe, which is a Thursday. We do that jazz in the atrium thing. So we're doing that, and I play around town all the time. You know, I mean, Dallas is like is a nice place to be at, to be playing music. You know, right now, and you know, of course, all the other local clubs and stuff that we do.
Okay.
But yeah, we're usually hitting somewhere, you know, a couple of times a week.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, one of the things I was wanting to ask you was, you know, who inspired you to get into music?
Oh wow, this is gonna be a trip, cause ain't nobody gonna believe it. But when I grew up, man, there was a trumpet player named Joe Jonah Jones, and Joe Jonah Jones played cornet. And what happened was I was listening to Joe Jonah Jones on vinyl, you know, and like my dad had a basement that he built in the house that we were living in. And he had like Jimmy Smith, you know, all the old school cats and stuff. But man, Joe Jonah Jones was like, you know, the cat in my world, man. He was a colleague of Louis Armstrong.
Wow.
And I didn't even know about Louis Armstrong until later, because I was busy listening to Joe Jonah Jones. And man, this cat was really seriously play. And then there was a cat that there was a friend, I should say, who was much older than I was. He was an ex-college professor, and he always called me Little Jones. And he came up one day. I was probably still in junior high, man, and gave me a Miles Davis recording.
Wow.
And said, man, if you're gonna play, man, you need to hear this. And so he gave me a Miles Davis. He gave me Miles's first actual recorder. I mean, this guy was like a you know, brother, but he was a college professor.
Man.
And so, you know, he was like deep into the jazz thing. So he gave me that. When I heard that, that was like, okay, you know, now I got two.
Man, speaking of Miles, this trumpet that you have.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Man, that is a nice trumpet, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Would you mind telling the people who made this trumpet?
Well, I mean, the story goes that the guy that was Miles's trumpet tech actually built. Miles actually played a Martin Committee, and so did Clifford and a lot of the cats at that point. That was like kind of the jazz horn of the day. And you know, everybody, you know, even to this day, man, everybody tries to find an old Martin Committee, because that Clifford Brown, Freddie Hubbard's, Lee Morgan sound, that, you know, that jazz sound of that day was that thing, you know. But later on, this guy apparently built these horns for Miles, and they all were built on the Martin Committee name. And so, as the story goes, and I mean, if anybody out there got the correct, real story, they can call me and tell me. But I was playing a gig in Oklahoma, and this cat was sitting at the bar, and he invited me over, and he started telling me all the specs about my horn and the bell size and why the valves are so tall and the whole thing. And it turns out he worked for Selmer Manufacturing, and he was a friend of the guy who built his horn. And he said the guy built his horn 4 miles, and he built a whole series of them. So there's only a few out there. And so what happened was I got it from another repair guy because of he was just selling at this music store. I went up there looking for a different horn that they had called me, that they told me that they had, that I was looking for. I didn't even pick it up. I looked up, this horn was sitting there, and I was like, man,
it called out to you.
What is this, you know? So yeah, it called out to me. It really called out to me, and it hasn't left my hand since. That was like 5-6 years ago. Man. I mean, literally. I mean, I pretty much, I've tried out all kinds of trumpets, but yeah, this is a Martin Committee, and it's got some specs on it that's different, and it's so. I mean, it's like you get in a car, you can drive for a long time, right?
Man, yeah.
So that's what this is for me, man.
That's a beautiful piece.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Very beautiful.
Thank you. But the cat name is Emery, I think. The actual guy that was a friend of Miles. They were friends, and it was the only person Miles Davis was allowed to touch his horns.
Wow.
So that's how I ended up with it, through a friend of his. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I know you traveled the world with that horn, haven't you?
Yeah, I was in Holland a few years ago, and I got to play in The Hague at a nightclub, and we were playing Bye Bye Blackbird, and so I had the horn there. That was cool. And then, of course, actually, I was in Beijing one year, and I took some pictures. Me and my kids were there, and I took some pictures of me with the horn in Beijing, in Tiananmen Square. That was cool. That was like, yeah. Man. So, but yeah, I played quite a few places. I mean, every time I played in the last 5 years, this is all I've been on. You've seen, there's other shots of me with flugelhorns and stuff like that, but yeah.
Man. So, well, Mr. Freddie Jones, I'm glad that you were able to make the show, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man.
You're welcome anytime.
Thanks, bro.
Yo, this is your man Stan with The Concept. We out. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, you know me. I'm about to go out and get my workout on right now. Yeah, right now. Oh, really? Okay, that's what we was talking about. Okay, yeah, I can make that happen. I can make it happen right here on the end of this show right now. Okay, cool. Good looking out. 1. Okay, that was Mr. Victor Clark from Fast Nation Studios. Apparently, Mr. Freddie Jones have made it there at the studio. They've been putting in mad work. They say they have a gift for our audience. So let's go over to Fast Nation Studios and check them out.